time. Leicester 1, Brighton 1. And once again, boys, we've only gone bottled. Another 3 points. We could have had 3 points against Tottenham, 3 points today against Brighton, and now we've only got 1 point, which it's just a joke, really. And once again, we've thrown it away. And once again, why is Brendan Rodgers going to the back five? It blows my mind. Is he ever going to learn? And yeah, boys, disappointing result once again. Yes, that's how you all doing. Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Now today, boys and girls, I'm going to bring you guys my post-match thoughts and instant match reaction after Leicester City won, Brighton and Albion won today in the Premier League at the King Power. Of course, the goals coming from Patson Daka and Danny Welbeck as the two sides shared the points at the King Power Stadium. But once again, Leicester should have really came away with the 3 points and the win in the game. But once again, boys, a typical Leicester has happened, and we have bottled it. Of course, in today's video, I'm just going to quickly just go through my instant thoughts on the game. There's no like script or anything to really read off, so I'm just going to give you guys my general and instant thoughts from the game. There will be a video in the next few days going through the main problems at Leicester. But yeah, boys, without further ado, let's get into it and let's discuss Leicester 1, Brighton 1. So yeah, lads, the first word which just comes to mind is just frustrating. I think that sums up today's game. You know, we were 1-0 up for the vast majority of the game until like the 82nd minute, where Brighton found the equaliser through Danny Welbeck. But the thing which is most frustrating is Leicester, we just invited so much pressure. And in my opinion, that pressure which Leicester invited onto us was through the fault of Brendan Rodgers going back to the back five formation when, you know, we were playing the 4-3 formation in the first half, and, you know, we were doing pretty well. Brighton came forward on the odd time. We didn't really have like a massive clear-cut chance at all, and, you know, Leicester were, you know, we were doing fairly well. But no, we go in front, switch to the back five / back three, invite the pressure, and Brighton score. Let's be honest, boys, are Leicester really going to be able to hold on for like 40 minutes based on the defence we have right now? Just having constant pressure at us, because, you know, as soon as we switch to the back five, I don't think we've been at a shot for the rest of the second half, which, you know, obviously we got the goal quite early on, and, you know, we just sat back, invited pressure, and, you know, Brighton scoring and finding equaliser. It was always going to happen. I thought first half wise Leicester were fairly decent. We weren't up to the high standard, but, you know, we were defending quite well, creating some good chances here and there, lacking the final ball at times. But overall, for large parts of the game, especially the last 50 minutes, last 20 minutes or so, I thought Leicester controlled the game quite nicely, created some good chances here and there, and, you know, did a fairly solid job. Obviously, we found the breakthrough in this second half for like 40 seconds into it. Obviously, Patson Daka, the king, with another goal, the bagsman up top for Leicester. But just since then, about 5 minutes after that, made the changes, sat back, and Brighton scoring, in my opinion, was just always going to happen. Overall, it's just another frustrating, disappointing result for Leicester, because once again, we were there, close to the 3 points, and it just went from us late on. You know, Brighton had a few chances well late on to even snatch the 3 points, like Tottenham did. But yeah, once again, just those final 10 minutes in the game, we just looked so shaky. You know, Brighton, you know, are a pretty decent side. However, based on the performance from Brighton today, I don't really think they looked too good at all. And I thought, you know, Leicester should have really got the 3 points in the game. You know, yes, it's a point, it kind of helps, but the 3 points were definitely there. But yeah, lads, moving things on then, let's discuss the game then in a bit more detail. So Brendan Rodgers did start off with the 4-3 formation, which, you know, was the correct thing to do. It would have been good if Brendan did stick to that, but I mean, clearly he didn't. Obviously, Schmeichel in goal. Justin came in and started his first game for a while at right back. Amata came in at centre back alongside Soyuncu. Left back was Luke Thomas. Midfield, very attacking. Dewsbury Hall, Tillemans, Maddison. Front three, Barnes, Daka, Adimo, Lutman, which was a side which I predicted to start. So what more do you to say? Tactical masterclass by me. But yeah, decent side. Probably the right side. Quite attacking on the front foot, and that's what we want to see. First half wise, it's quite even, end to end really, throughout the whole first half. First 20 minutes was fairly scrappy, but Leicester did take quite a bit of control in the game, created some good chances. Adimo looked without having a big chance, a few penalty shouts here and there. Maddison going close early on. Morpay had a chance as well. Trossard, McAllister, and overall, you know, not too many big chances. I think Leicester did have the better chance through Lookman, but overall, first half, you know, fairly scrappy, not too much for it, just nothing really happened. Moving into the second half, of course, Leicester started off on the front foot, taking the kick-off correctly this time, and how you do take a kick-off. And it was Patson Daka who found Leicester the lead around 40 seconds in. It was a scramble in the box, fell to Daka, and a fantastic finish past Sanchez into the bottom left-hand corner, making it 1-0 to Leicester. Poacher stuff by Patson Daka, and, you know, from then you would have thought Leicester would, you know, stuck with the 4-3-3 formation, controlled the game, maybe got the 3 points. But no. About 10 minutes after Leicester took the lead, Rodgers switched to the 3-5-2 formation, bringing on Michael Brighton to slot him at right wing back and putting Justin as an extra centre back in there, which, you know, just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Like, on paper, yes, it may work if we could actually defend, but we cannot grind out victories. If you watch the Aston Villa game on Saturday, that is how you grind out the 3 points and grind out a victory. And Leicester just can't do that because defensively we just look at absolute shambles every time we just try and defend, and just didn't work. Samari came on as well. Perez came on late. Yeah, Samari seems to be an absolute curse right now. It wasn't his fault, but every time he comes on, we seem to concede. And obviously, Danny Welbeck got the goal for Brighton, a header. No chance of Schmeichel. Good finish, climbing above Justin and Martin. And yeah, 1-0 to Brighton. The cross came in too easily. Trossard had a good chance. I think it was a header which got cleared off the line as well by Euros. You know, on another day, Brighton could have easily gone on to win the game, but yeah, apart from the goal in the second half, Leicester didn't really create anything. So yeah, just shocking really in the second half, and 1-1, as you can tell, I'm very fuming, but I'm fairly glad I did not go to that game because it was just a bore fest. But yeah, lads, wrapping things up then. Player ratings for the side we started in today's game. Schmeichel and Gar gave him a 7 out of 10, couldn't really do too much about the goal. JJ at right back, thought he looked fairly good. At centre back, not so good, but you know, judging his first game back, I thought JJ was excellent, so I'll give him a 7 or an 8. Amati, 7 or 8, probably our best player. Sunchi wasn't too bad, I gave him a 5. Thomas, 5, wasn't his best. Dewsbury, once again, pretty decent in there, I gave him a 6. Yuri, 5 or 6, still wasn't too good today. Same with Matters, really, 5 or 6, just didn't really influence the game too much. Lookman, I gave him a 4, didn't really think he was too good today. Barnesy, 5 or 6, Daka, 5 or 6 again, obviously Daka scored. Didn't really do too much. Barnes looked alright, but Lookman, like I said, was just out of the game here and there. I thought first half, you know, we controlled the ball quite nicely, but the final product wasn't just there. And yeah, I thought James Maddison wasn't really on his day. Tillemans was, you know, he didn't make any mistakes, but just wasn't, you know, didn't really impact the game too much. So yeah, boys, that's my player ratings. Let me know your thoughts on them down below. So boys and girls, that's it for today's video. Of course, in today's video, I bring you guys my instant match reaction and post-match thoughts after Leicester City won, Brighton and Albion won today in the Premier League. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, let me know by dropping a like, subscribe as well to the channel. If you haven't already, let me know your thoughts on today's game in the comment section down below. It's a fairly long break now until Leicester's next match in the Premier League or in general. So yeah, there'll be a few videos going on. I don't think we're going to be signing anyone this January, so we'll just do a few videos discussing the season so far and things like that. But yeah, boys, I'm Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very, very soon in my next video. Peace, guys.